Hey folks, welcome to a pre-US session here for 26th of July, off the desk yesterday. But we have quite a lot of earnings coming across the board today. After the market, Microsoft, Alphabet, Visa, Louis Vuitton, Coca-Cola. Actually, Coke has come out pre-market here on a nice little beat on earnings there. But we've had already UPS and McDonald's, Raytheon, Unilever all announcing pre-market, and so those big tech companies are coming after market. So it could be an interesting day here on the Nasdaq. Although we're going to have to wait until really the overnight session to see the effects. Already Walmart this morning issuing negative forward guidance. That share price is down. Last I checked was around 12%, or sorry, yeah, 12% pre-market. So do be aware that there are earnings coming out here, and we are going to get moved around quite a bit. So let's just get over onto these charts and see what we can see. Just let me make sure I've lined up the right ones. Yeah, here we go. So um, yeah, you're seeing the Nasdaq. Really, a lot of these equities, are really on a pullback from what was a pretty decent week last week. I got the VIX there, but we headed up onto Nasdaq at 12,701s and just to the tick there, lovely area. Just resistant down we come. Are we finding value back here? I think we are. 12,262s. I like the longs back to at least 12,454s and beyond. I think these tech companies, the earnings, I don't think they're going to be that bad, to be honest. But that's academic at this time. SPOO's sitting here on the 50 EMA. So if I go over to the daily bar charts, you can see this 50 EMA just holding up 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 days, and this pre-market session included 5 days, with the 100 EMA sitting above as a nice little target up here. So we were looking at that as a medium-term target last week. The medium term is becoming the now term. So let's see if we can get some positive earnings and continue to lift here. It is very precarious where it lies right now. There's a little bit of this trend going on, offering support on the SPOOs. So if you see that break, it's indicative that we're going to have to trade down here, 39.15. Find some buyers down there. Oil. Well, before I talk about oil, let's just go over to Nat Gas, right? And Nat Gas has been by far the biggest winner chicken dinner today. These are weekly bars. We're talking about the reversal down, the heat coming out of that market. When the facility, the Freeport facility in the US, had to shut down. But essentially now we have, as you may or may not already know, Nord Stream capacity from Rosneft has been reduced down to 20% of total capacity. It came back online last Thursday as 40% capacity. It's now down to 20% because the Russians say so. It's got to do with one of the 6 turbines only being online. One of the other turbines is coming in from Canada. I think it's tied up in paperwork at the moment. But for whatever reason, Nord Stream 1 is definitely, pretty much, 80% offline on capacity right now. And so you're seeing this bid into Henry Hub Nat Gas. Sure, Europe has deals done by Draghi 2 weeks ago with Azerbaijan to supply Europe with gas, but we're just hearing from an EU leaders summit right now, as of about 10 minutes ago, that there's a huge gap going to be left to the tune of, I think I heard 45 billion cubic feet. I have to get the metric on that. If Russia do eventually turn off this tap completely. So you're seeing, well, where can we get ready supplies for Europe? We can get it out of Henry Hub, Port, Nat Gas out of the US. And so here we are up again at 9.405s. I think we're easily looking at 10.273s and above. Should we remain at only 20% capacity on Nord Stream 1. Nat Gas will rip your face off, so do be careful out there. Lovely to the tick action. I'll just show you this to the tick action here at the 9.405. We can actually show you that back on the daily. That is the high of where is that? That's the high of the week of the 10th of November 2014, which was quite a dizzy time in the energy space in the US. Anyway, moving on to oil. Yeah, look, I mean, it's had a good day. It's up 1.5 at the moment, holding on VWAP and the 20 EMA. I think a little spill back down, find some buyers, and then get going back up is in the mix. And a big one here has been the Dixie. Another bout of Dixie strength, right? And I was talking about this just before we started recording. I was just saying, well, really, there seems to be a bit of a correlation effect now between the bonds and the yield and the dollar. So, if you have the kind of crushing of the yield with a rising price on Tino's, you therefore have a little more flight to cash and to the dollar. So that's one story I've been listening to on Bloomberg over the last couple of days and just kind of seeing if it makes sense. And so, maybe I'm going to be looking out for a correlation basically on Tino's to the dollar and see how that plays out. Um, yeah, look, I mean, for me, I like the longs in equities, particularly Nasdaq. I think there's a bit of value to be had where it is right now. So look out for trade on 12,262s even, find some buyers and look for the upside. And the Dow, of course, let's not forget the big daddy Dow holding 50 EMA here as well. Little bit of a sliver of a line in the sand, 31,597s. I'm going to be having a look at, but we're going to have a much more detailed look at this at the top of the hour for the guys in Discord. Okay, that's it for me for another pre-US session. I hope everyone's having a good week so far, and I'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Cheers.